The film opens up with inside the center of a dense wooded area wherein a younger lady named Anne lives together along with her mom or dad Gabe. She calls Gabe her daddy and the latter looks after her wishes and guarantees her precise fitness. Gabe has been preserving Anna within inside the attic of the residence, by no means letting her discover the out-of-doors global. The little lady has by no means been out of doors the attic besides for a window that gives a glimpse of the sector beyond nearly each night time. Gabe describes wildlings, horrifying creatures with sharp enamel-lengthy nails in a bushy look to. 34. Anna suggesting she lived far from them. Those descriptions scare Anna, however her interest approximately the out-of-doors global maintains, developing to guard her from the wildlings and to save her from leaving the attic. Gabe electrifies the doorknobs he claims to be her father and affords for her, giving her handiest veggies to devour and forbidding meat. Sooner or later Anna overhears Gabe speaking to a person else and her interest receives the higher of her. She touches the doorknob and gets effective electric-powered surprise, inflicting her to lose consciousness. 1:10. Later, while she wakes up, Gabe is by way of means of her facet explaining that the electrical lure is supposed to hold wildlings out. He exhibits that she is the final surviving toddler on Earth and it's far his obligation to guard her. Anna asks approximately the individual Gabe changed into talking to, however he diverts the subject and insists they're the handiest human beings left on Anna's birthday. Gabe surprises her with a cake and a hamster as accomplice. The little animal will become Anna's closest pal, but sooner or later the hamster dies and Gabe explains the idea of loss of life to her, assuring her 1:46 that the hamster is in a higher location now. As Anna grows older, she begins having nightmares of wildlings inside the woods while she reaches puberty and starts menstruating. Gabe reveals blood stains on her mattress. Concerned, he administers Loop Journey, a medicinal drug that slows her increase and worsens her fitness through the years, disguising it as a remedy for her contamination. This medicinal drug maintains for years and Anna begins feeling ache and uneasiness due to it. Not able to bear it anymore, she requests Gabe to stop her misery by way of means of sending her to a higher location. 2:26. Like her hamster, listening to this, Gabe turns into overwhelmed with guilt as he has been troubling the little lady proper when you consider that her beginning. So he brings out a gun and ends himself with inside. The following scene: Anna wakes up in a health center surrounded by way of means of unexpected faces inflicting her to panic. She then straightaway escapes her room and unearths herself at the rooftop, experiencing the warm temperature of the sun for the primary time, but a few officials deliver her again to the health center room and restrain her to a mattress. Sheriff Ellen enables calm her down and learns approximately her 03:03 genuine identification. The physician exhibits that Anna has been given an overdose of light, a remedy that delays adulthood and inhibits increased listening. To this, Sheriff Ellen releases Anna from the restraints and takes her into brief custody in preference to sending her to any foster domestic. She comes to a decision to take her to her personal domestic in which she lives together along with her brother. The sheriff concurs to attend to her whilst they anticipate the DNA assessments to decide her identification and whether or not Gabe is her organic father. Right here we get to 03:34. Recognize that Gabe isn't always useless. He's honestly being dealt with inside the different room of the health center. Shifting on, Anna begins to settle into her new lifestyles and develops a near bond with Riri. Teaches her approximately duplicate as Anna formerly had misconceptions approximately how toddlers are made. As she enters puberty, she discovers her awesome listening to capacity and begins having visions of wildlings inside the northern forest. Anna additionally attends faculty with Riri, in which she meets girls her age for the primary time, pushed by way of means of curiosity. 04:08. Anna visits the library to study greater approximately the northern lighting and the wildlings under Ellen's care. Anna now enjoys the freedoms to discover nature and spend time outdoors. Sooner or later, even as she is coming back from college, she spots a deer and offers it a chase happily. Earlier than Anna's approximately to stumble right into a hunter's lure. Ordinary guy carrying in wolf paws and skin as his outfit blocks her manner. Day after today, curious to study extra approximately feral predators, Anna visits the library as she flips through the pages of a book. She 04:40 notices black marks on her fingernails later at night time while Anna is with inside the tub. Ellen well-known shows the outcomes of the DNA take a look at, indicating that Gabe isn't always her organic father. This revelation leaves Anna clueless because the idea of the own circle of relatives stays uncertain to her. One night time Anna and Ray spend time collectively at the rooftop. Even as Ray attempts to help her with the college challenge, Anna's interest is attracted to the subject of the northern lights. As they lie down, Anna notices flickering lighting fixtures within inside the distance which emerge as a celebration at 05:14. Jen's residence. Anna mentions that Jen is her pal and that they each determined to wait the birthday celebration. That is the primary time she's heading to a big gathering, but after ingesting a drink Anna begins evolved feeling disoriented throughout the birthday celebration. Rhea and Anna percentage a quick romantic second that catches the eye of Lawrence, their classmate. Regrettably their kiss is all of a sudden interrupted while Anna's mouth begins evolved bleeding. She rushes to the restroom and discovers that she is dropping a number of her tooth. Full of panic Anna escapes through a window and 05:50 runs through a wooded area. Unexpectedly she's attacked from in the back of with the aid of using what seems to be a wildling in an act of self-protection. Anna fights and bites lower back, most effective to comprehend that it smiles Lawrence. She attempts to assist him up, however regrettably it smiles too over to the terrible boy dies because of excessive blood loss. Concerned Anna runs away and returns to Gab's domestic looking for solutions, approximately her personal identification. Searching for solace she heads to the attic and enters her antique bedroom. She then cleans herself up and at once makes her manner into 06:25 town. While she arrives domestic Ellen questions her whereabouts, however Anna doesn't reveal something and in reality stays silent proper. Then Officer Roger arrives there and well-known shows that Lawrence has disappeared. He attempts to impeach Anna if she is aware of something approximately it, however Ellen dismisses the concept and sends him away. Afterwards she confronts Anna and tries to extract records, however the teen maintains her mouth closed, confining her mind and stories to herself because the day's biscuit Anna's ongoing silence 06:58 begins evolved to hassle Ellen, who notices her portray her nails in preference to speaking. That nighttime Ray enters the room to deal with Anna's misery and assures Ellen that he's going to contend with it. However, in spite of his excellent efforts Anna stays quiet. Ray then assessments her mouth and learns that she's dropping her enamel. In a panic he straight away is going out of doors to tell Ellen, giving Anna the possibility to get away. She runs into the woods, the simplest area she feels secure and calm. To her wonder she encounters Wolf Guy once more, who gives her meals after noticing 07:34 her hungry. He then examines her nails and enamel, suspecting she is probably a wildling, a set that became supposedly removed 16 years in the past. The Wolf Man additionally well-known shows that her mom's frame remains gift with inside the cave. Intrigued with the aid of using the danger to study her mom's identification, Anna follows Wolf Man to a close-by cave internal. She discovers a cranium with the bullet hollow in it protecting it. She receives the imaginative impression of Gabe, her intended father, capturing her mom. It will become clean that Gabe took component with inside the purge, however could not damage infant Anna, so he 08:10 introduced her at the side of him. After understanding this Anna is going instantly to the sanatorium to confront Gabe, however lamentably she is not able to do something as Gabe wakes up and appears at her with pitiful eyes. In the meantime Ellen examines a case file concerning Lawrence's dying and notices a connection to a drawing from Anna's vintage room. The latter additionally returns domestic, desperately seeking safety, however sadly as quickly as Ellen notices her claw-like nails she handcuffs her. Ellen then well-known shows that Anna's garments have been determined near 08:43 Lawrence's useless frame, and that is why the whole town suspects her of the homicide. Subsequent Anna is dispatched to prison in spite of her pleas that she is harmless. Whilst within inside the jail she seems into the reflect and notices her enamel developing sharper equivalent to the cranium. She determined at nighttime Gabe visits Anna in her mobile dealer, admitting that sparing her existence became his largest mistake. He offers Anna a syringe, urging her to inject herself for a danger at a higher existence, but Anna, embracing her identification as a wildling, refuses the injection. Gabe will become 09:19 Emotional as he leaves her with inside the mobiler and walks away tomorrow. Ellen assessments on Anna, who's hiding below the mattress and sound asleep. Ellen opens the mobiler, however Anna surprises her with the aid of attacking unexpectedly. She then manages to fasten up the officials inclusive of Ellen and escapes. As soon as she reaches out of doors, she coincidentally a nursery in his vehicle. Anna processes him and convinces him to assist her. She wishes him to force her to the Northern Lights, the region wherein she changed into born at the manor. Anna additionally well known shows that she is a wildling. 09:53. Later Ray stops the auto within inside the center of the woodland and Anna comes to a decision to halt her adventure by myself. However, Ray is involved for her wellness, so he starts following her with inside the darkness. Anna takes a swim in a close-by lake and finally ends up soaking moist, worried that she would possibly trap a chilly. Ray units up a bonfire to dry her garments. As Anna takes to the air her clothes, Ray notices hair developing on her lower back and will become startled, but Anna reassures him that he's secure and promises now no longer to damage him. The scene then shifts to Roger and Gabe. 10:27. Discussing Anna's escape. After numerous wondering, they determine to prepare a collection of hunters to seize Anna with. Inside the subsequent scene we see Anna and Ray jogging into the woods while they're being pursued via way of means of seek puppies. Alas, the hunters additionally arrive on the identical time and shoot Ray with inside the shoulder. As they conflict to discover an escape route, Anna takes Ray on a cliff. Decided to keep him, she pushes him into the water, after which dives in herself to avoid seas. After the Sanova leads the hunters in a different 11:01 course, even as asking Ray to run with inside the contrary course. Anna then is going immediately to the identical cave wherein she located her mom's stays. Subsequent, Ray reunites together along with his sister and informs her that Anna is not with him. Anna is now by myself, adapting to desperate measures to live on. At some stage in the primary few days of her survival with inside the woodland, Anna undergoes a change and will become a wildling. To maintain herself hidden from the hunters, she covers her face and frame with dust as camouflage. One morning at some stage in his everyday stroll to the college, Ray 11:36 notices Roger filling up gallons with fuel and suspecting that they may be making plans to seek and kill Anna. Ray speedy calls Ellen and informs her approximately it with inside the woodland. Anna manages to kill one of the hunters via way of means of knocking him down, and because the organization gathers across the frame, she runs away. Anna has now converted right into a whole wildling, and she or he can hunt humans with inside the BL hyperlink of an eye fixed. In the meantime, Ellen arrives with inside the woodland to rescue the afflicted teen. She receives scared seeing the useless our body's mendacity round and to make subjects worse. Roger 12:10 holds her at gunpoint, asking her to live far from the problem. However, proper then Anna arrives there and kills Roger as nicely she famous herself to Ellen, displaying her pregnant stomach earlier, then fleeing with inside the following scene. The hunters set the woodland on hearthplace, similarly fueling Anna's anger. She witnesses the hearthplace engulfing her domestic and realizes that she have to discover a manner to break out the warmth. Notwithstanding her being pregnant proscribing her energy, Anna runs round looking for a refuge. Sooner or later she finally ends up in an acquainted cave just like wherein she turned into, located to her dismay. 12:49 Gabe tracks her down and sedates her with a tranquilizer. The shot weakens Anna, inflicting her to crumble to the ground. Gabe then methods her to test her VI symptoms reminiscing approximately her mom. He plays a C-segment to say the unborn baby. However, Anna regains her energy and inflicts a deadly chunk on Gab.